Hi, this is Leon, and I wanted to speak to you a little bit today about the first practice from the Deep Coaching program on working with spiritual energy. This topic has been on my mind lately as I've noticed how my life has been affected by a fairly busy schedule and a lot of other kinds of energies coming into the equation. Physical energies that have been depleted due to a little bit of illness or a bit of stress or fatigue, some emotional energies, excitement and trepidation. All of this is kind of coming in at different points. And it seemed at times to feel like a bit of a yo-yo, up and down with the energies. And so I spent some time last couple of weeks very consciously anchoring back into spiritual energy. Because I find that when I anchor into spiritual energy and really allow it to permeate through my mind and permeate through the cells of my body, it has a very calming effect. I'm talking about more than simply a meditative time, which also has a very calming effect on the mind and the emotions and body. This is to do with actively seeking to connect with spiritual energy. So I hold to the belief that the universe, a universe of spirit, is replete with spiritual energy, energy of very high consciousness. You could say that Source is the emitter of love as source energy, of light, of compassion. And this energy is woven into the fabric of planetary consciousness. And we have access to this energy. You could say we can call it in. And so this was my practice for the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to share with you because it may be something that would be helpful for you at this point in your life as well. So the idea of calling in spiritual energy is simply a matter of sitting quietly and opening your heart center and your mind to receive these high frequencies of consciousness. If you so desire, you can even invite in spirit and say, please share with me or connect me to the frequencies of high spiritual consciousness so that I may, in a sense, drink from the well that is available for me. And then just hold yourself very open to receiving. Now, a lot of spiritual energy operates in ways that really are, you could say, above our conscious mind's ability to perceive. As spiritual beings, we are connected to universal consciousness in ways that we can scarcely imagine and perceive. And so there is a trust element here. Trusting that when you make the request to receive spiritual energy, that it will be channeled in to you at levels of mind and being that you may not necessarily consciously be aware of. But you will also likely notice that there is that which is available to you at a conscious level. You will start to feel more calm, more relaxing, depending on the kind of energy you may be seeking. And you can open to different kinds of spiritual energy. Depending on the kind that you're seeking, you may notice very different kinds of effects within your mind, within your emotional body, and within your physical body. All of it is, of course, very good and very uplifting of the soul. We are, at essence, spiritual beings. So the purpose of spiritual energy in our human experience is, in part, to energize the soul so that it's motivated to continue its journey of growth and evolution. So this is not the only purpose of spiritual energy, but it is one of the most essential to understand, that your soul is your spiritual nature, and its growth is stimulated by soul food. And there really is no better soul food to feed your soul than the energy and the harmonics of, say, love consciousness or other spiritual energies. So spiritual energy really nourishes the soul, and that allows it to grow and evolve into its most perfect form. Now you can also see how this has a great benefit for you, but but also for the people that you're working with in a deep coaching space. So as you bring in spiritual energy into the session and really weave it into the fabric of the deep coaching space, it has a naturally uplifting effect upon those who are in that space with you. And it uplifts them on a mental and emotional level, but it also feeds their soul. It feeds their soul. So being with you in a transformational coaching space is food for their soul. Now that's quite a gift to give to other people. And so spiritual energy then is feeding their soul. It's uplifting the currents of mind so that people begin to perceive, to think, and ultimately experience life very, very differently. The exercise that we worked with in the course is highly applicable, and this might be a good time to go back and have a look at that. So if you recall, the exercise is to think of one of your core spiritual values, and then to visualize that word or phrase in front of your heart center, to feel the energy that that value represents, and then to allow it to expand within you and around you. You may choose to see it as a very expansive energy that envelopes all that surrounds you, the people, the things, and then just hold it for as long as you can in that very expanded sense. See, what we're going for is a sustaining of this high level of energy within ourselves. So we all know that it can be difficult for our being to sustain very high levels of energy. We talked in the course as well about the Big Leap, the book The Big Leap, where we have this upper limit or threshold on the amount of positive energy that can flow through our being. So to hold high levels of spiritual energy for very long periods of time requires that we condition our body to those higher levels, and that requires practice. So you go into the exercise, you expand in it and hold it as long as you can, and then as it feels necessary to close it down, you can do that. But recognize that each time you do it, you're building your capacity to hold higher and higher levels of positive energy within your being. And over time, then, you can sustain it. And you can bring it as an aspect of your being into more and more places in your life. So it's not just showing up in your coaching sessions, it's showing up because this is how you show up to life. And you carry this transformative energy with you. And this is how you become a transformative presence in your families, in your communities, and in your coaching sessions. So I encourage you to continue playing with spiritual energy, connecting with it on a daily basis and activating its potentials in your life and in your work. One of the things I did when I started playing with it was literally to experiment, to see what can I do with this. Once I kind of feel this energy flowing through my being, what can I do with it? And just be open to some ideas and then try it out. It can be a lot of fun. So just begin by setting that intention to open the channels of your heart to the inflow of that universal love energy that is your birthright, that is an essential nutrient of your soul's advancement, and really allow it to transform the nature of your being, because that is its potential. And then as it transforms the nature of your being, you go out into this world and you transform the nature of life and other people's experiences of themselves and life as well, simply by your presence. This is a powerful practice working with spiritual energy. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.